Welcome back everybody to another episode of the WoW series, and today we are now back in the Hillsbrad Foothills, just tidying up a couple of quests that I forgot to do in the previous video, because I was doing the Wailing Caverns. So, we're going to go into this undead area, and just complete some of these quests. Some of these are basically autocomplete, which are not usually what you would find on the real game, but because it's a private server, as I mentioned earlier on, and probably in like the very first episode or whatever, this is what the difference is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to kill a couple of these ghouls and collect a couple of flesh samples. And as you can see, my bag space is really full, and probably in the next few videos I may go off camera and basically get some more bags, because of course I'm running out of space. Anyway, on my mount list I do have the mammoth, the tundra mammoth, well, the travelling one, and it's where you can get two little helpers as well, so like you can vendor some items and buy some items and all that sort of stuff. So I think in this video I'll be doing that. And yeah, so as you can see, we've finished off that sample quest, a flesh sample quest from the ghouls, and now all we're going to do is just try and pick up as many quests as we can across this area and kill a couple of the bosses that are located around this particular estate, let's say, well, the deprived estate of the undead. And there we go, collecting a cage key there, and here comes the first boss. He looks like a mob out of ICC, like Festagut and also Rotface, and then we kill like this disemboweled undead skeleton. We kill them, and of course that quest is now bugged as we skipped ahead, because of course of the fact that that guy that's just going through like an energetic rage, or basically with showing like lots of electricity across that purple ability, he's glitched. But in the real game, or in the subscription version of the game, he can be killed. So yeah, anyway, we're now going to be just basically running through here, and then just we're going to start to pick up some quests in Tarren Mill, which is one of the old places in vanilla. If you remember Tarren Mill, back in probably the Burning Crusade, where you could go into Caverns of Time and you would do basically a scenario, which was basically when you go back about 30 years or something, I don't know. But it was basically, I think, when Warcraft 3 was out, or Warcraft 2, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we're just going to run over to Tarren Mill. Here we go, and this is owned by the Undead still. I think it was owned by the Alliance temporarily, but I'm not sure. I think it might be South Shore, I'm not too sure. Anyway, we're just going to be running through here and picking up quite a lot of quests. Some of these are basically autocomplete, as you can see there, and we're going to have basically a whole chain to do. So as you can see, this is good because of course it gives us the advantage of having more experience. So yeah, now as you can see, that stag or elk or whatever it is just tried to attack me because it was on red. And there we go, reached level 30, and we have now got, I think, a new talent point. I'm not too sure. Okay, so this is the Yeti Lord. Now, he's very hard to kill, but because of the fact that I was basically 5 levels up from him, well, basically I was 5 levels, like he was level 25, I was level 30. Basically, I'm 5 levels up from him, so obviously he was easy to kill. But when I killed him with my other characters, they basically died in about 30 seconds. So with this one, with this shaman, it's pretty good because of the fact that it's got lots of well, strike power does have a lot of abilities where you can just basically dodge and all that sort of stuff. And as you can see, I'm just basically, well, it looks as if I'm actually trying to farm some mammoths, when actually I'm just trying to pick up some loot, basically kill collect quests or CAC quests, let's say, or KAC quests, or cat quests, kill and collect. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, so anyway, when I was talking about that elk just about a second ago or something, I didn't realise that because some of the elks were red, so obviously I just nuked them down. But then again, I don't think we'll get attacked again. But there we go. So as you can see now, we're going to run across the edge here, or across the lower part of the ridge, and we're going to run over probably to this side where we've got to kill some agents that are like the dwarfs, but I don't know if that's glitched. I think it is glitched. Yeah, I think it is. So basically, I'm just running just towards the Dalaran crater. If you remember back in Warcraft 3 when Archimonde destroyed Dalaran, then that's basically the crater, or the remains of Dalaran, let's say, but Dalaran is now in Northrend on a hovering or a bit of earth at the bottom, and also well, there's a bit of earth at the bottom, and also it's just hovering. So obviously, us play it, we wouldn't be able to feel it. I mean, obviously, you probably think it's just in one place, but it's just magical because the archmages decided to think, well, let's put Daggeron in a safe place, which is quite close to the Lich King. But it was because the Argent Crusade were trying to basically say that they have been betrayed by Arthas when he became a Death Knight, and obviously when Uther died, because Arthas killed him. The Argent Crusade was basically in association with Uther. So yeah. So as you can see now, we're in South Shore, which is basically now claimed by the undead. This was an alliance area, but because they changed it in Cataclysm, it's now become basically a frustrated or diseased area now. So as you can see, there's lots of slime and blobs and everything. Oh, it's disgusting. It's like mucus. Anyway, now we're going to collect some blight and also some canisters, and also we've got it auto-complete quest as well. Basically, that orc is trying to drown, or actually he's already in the middle of drowning and he wants us to save him. So we complete that quest, and now we're going to run and hand in just a few more. There we go. I do actually abandon some of these quests because, of course, there wasn't a lot of Worgens. Because on one quest, if you're in South Shore, you have to kill a couple of Worgens and also tame some dark sorcerers. But then again, that was just weird and stupid, even though I think someone else must have killed them. So as you can see, we've just done a couple of auto-complete quests, and as you can see, our experience is actually going really, really fast, which is kind of nifty, really, because of the fact that on this particular quest here, because it's a quest chain, you have to kill some of these elementals and everything. So obviously this is the first one. This is called D1000. We nuke him down very fast, and as you can see, yes, we are going to vendor some items. As you can see, I'm really running out of space, and now we're going to run all the way back to the outpost, and then we're going to go to the Arathi Highlands to complete some quests. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome, and look at that, it is really awesome because look at what we've got. We've actually got quite a lot of items. So yeah. Now, before we go to the Arathi Highlands, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be running to this cave here and kill a couple of these ghosts, or whatever they're called, or like spirits. To kill the dark spirits, like from the Dark Iron, which is the organization, which is where the dwarfs are basically covered in like coal and everything. So that's the Dark Iron group. But we're going to kill a couple of these spirits. There's 10 of them, and as you can see, I'm just checking my my spells because of the fact that I haven't really looked at my spells, because now in Cataclysm, well, I think when Cataclysm came out, or it may have even been Mr. Pandaria or Walls of Draenor, I'm not too sure. When you level up, you'll automatically get some you automatically get your spells. You'd have to buy them and everything like that. So that's very awesome. So sorry for my nose; it's completely stuffed up. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's hay fever or cold. But yeah, try to ignore the sniffling if you can. But I should be all right in a few days. But there we go. As you can see, we're going across the gateway towards Arathi Highlands. There we go. And now we're going to basically just pick up some of the quests here. And we're going to finish off basically the video as we approach a cave which is full of ogres, and we'll just basically finish it there, and then we'll run back to the base or the encampment as you just saw there. And yeah, so as you can see now, we're going to start killing some orcs and ogres, sorry. And in the next video we'll be finishing off that and finishing off quite a lot of quests in the Arathi Highlands. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you liked this video. And we'll hope to see you in the very next episode. In the next episode. That didn't really make any sense. It was over exaggerating there. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next part where we're finishing off most of the quests in Arathi Highlands.